Hey guys, Afterburn here. Coming from my place of living and my place of business. It's kind of weird, but oh well, I'm just going to stick with that. I've got a new video to show you. I'm hoping everyone is doing well with the coronavirus and staying safe and whatever, but I'm in my new sort of studio. And in 1 second, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright, and now that we're at my table, just showing you what I've been working on. Some Star Wars model kits. And you probably saw what I have over there, which is the topic of the video. Sorry, I'm adjusting so much, figuring this out. A few months ago, I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, MGO, and he brought up that he was going to start a subscription collection with a company called Eaglemoss. And what Eaglemoss does is they make model kits. A link will be in the description, but they make a subscription-based model kit. And what they do is they send you parts every month. And they have a few to choose from. He's doing the Ecto one from Ghostbusters. I decided on this one. The Nissan R35 GTR. This particular one was driven by the late Paul Walker in the Fast and the Furious. Now, when you order your first kit, this is the first magazine you get. You see the number 01 up here in the corner. It gives you what your two kits are. For this first kit, you'll see the front bumper and one of the tires. The next section is an introduction to the series and the GTR and how it came to be. These 2 pages talk about the replica and what's going to happen with it. You get stuff like working headlights, a fully detailed engine, moving parts, working brake lights, a full detailed interior, and most of this, if not all, is die-cast. So that's going to be a very cool setup. These 2 pages in the magazine detail even closer what's going to be happening with each kit, which is very nice. And then this page lays out all the parts from both kits. Now I won't be doing both kits today. I'll do the first kit today, and then next week you'll see the second kit, because they will and after that every part order will come out monthly. So next page details the magazine. Then it has the full GTR story, and that's a few pages long. And it tells you like the mechanics and the powertrain, things like that. How it became a racing legend and how Nissan is committed to the racing industry. And then it gives you your instructions. Now, I won't be leaving these on camera when we do this. That would be a little strange. This next bit will be pretty big, but there's the front view. There's the back view. Sorry. And this, don't know if I'll get it, but because I'm in a kind of a tight environment, when it's all said and done, that's how big it's going to be. So this thing is going to be huge. That's actual size. And honestly, I cannot wait. And this is what's gonna come next with issue 2. See issue 2. And after I do these 2, next would be the brake disc, followed by the right rear suspension. And in that one we would add the tire. Followed by daytime running lights and turn signals and adding the license plate. And then the fourth one, part 6, we'll start the engine compartment. So each section that I do will be another video. Okay? This is all the pieces you get in. Don't know if you can see that. It's really tiny. Section 1. So this is the front bumper and fenders and grills, and you get even the little teeny tiny logo there. You get a bunch of screws. At some point I'm going to have to get like a screw box or a pill box to keep the extras in, because there are extras. And this one, tire, section part 2, that will be next week's video. So all rubber tire, die-cast metal rim, screws, and you see there's an empty hole here. That's for that. The little hubcap must have popped out as they were putting the pieces together, so not too worried. That's next week. We'll move that off to the side for now and get cracking on this. Now, because this has screws, we're going to need a screwdriver. I went out, bought myself a set of Hart mini screwdrivers, not a sponsor, and I noticed that we also needed it to be a magnetized screwdriver, and since I wasn't about to spend an arm and a leg on magnetizing a screwdriver, I went and bought a Hyper Tough. This is from Walmart, just a magnetizer, and all you do is it didn't come with any instructions, so I just stick this in here and it'll probably do its work there. This is a number 0 Phillips head, because these screws are fairly small. I'll put my kit off to the side and break into this box. Give me a moment. And I'm back. And as you can see, I got all the pieces out. First bit here, the full front fender. This is die-cast metal. That is hefty. Set that off to the side. This is the interior piece to the kit. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Okay. So it's the interior piece that'll fit in the middle here. We'll get to the building after I show everything off. We have this piece here, which will also fit inside the whole shell as we go along. This piece is metal. This piece is plastic. And next we have the upper and lower grille sections. I'm not sure if these are metal or if they're really heavy plastic. They might be metal. just tapping them against the frame itself, and it seems like they're metal. I'm going to keep them in the box, though, for now. We also get the really small, sideways, GTR logo. Take the tape off that. And then we get 3 little baggies of screws. This one is BM. BP. And AM screws. Now, from what I'm told from watching other modelers do this, is that if the screws end in an M, they are for bonding metal, or bonding into metal. So anything, like, they would be going into this piece. With the P, naturally, P for plastic. So this would bond into plastic. So basically this section will have BP screws. Other than that, now that those are out of the way, and yeah, they're so small, I'm scared. But we'll begin with piece 01A, which is they label as the grill support and inner fascia, like so. We turn them around, the 4 holes here, the 4 posts there. We stick them together like that, and they are going to be bonded with the AM screws. So I'm just going to get a couple of these out. I don't want to take them all out, just because I need to find a box first. And let's see if my magnetized screwdriver actually works. And it does. Perfect. See that? I magnetized my screwdriver. And we're going to just be putting screws into these holes. Get it on camera. Don't know how well you can see that, actually. Let me change something. Yeah, that's better. Just in... Oop. Just in there. Yep. You don't want to put them in too tight, because it might warp the piece. Yeah. There we go. And number 2. And number 3. And finally, there we go. Number 4. Now we want to tighten these up really well. Oops. Hard to do with a camera in your face, but I'll make it work. Oop. Making sure those are in. And that's the part after it's done. I might have to fix that. Maybe. I guess it fixed itself. But, yeah, I know I've been away for a while. I haven't been posting anything, and especially with all of this ridiculousness when it comes to the coronavirus. You know, this is pretty scary times we live in. Okay. Next section, we take our big old bumper here, and we're going to be fitting the piece we just made right in there. And then we're going to be, yep, I'll have to put that in as I go, with more AM screws. Yep. As I'm reaching over the camera here, there we go. Okay. Hopefully I can do this without messing up too much. That one in this hole. Come on. Get in straight there. Come on. Let's see if it'll work on the other side. There we go. One thing I have noticed or have heard when it comes to this company is that their QC isn't 100% on point, but for the most part, as long as you put enough pressure, things tend to go in fairly well. Alright. And so you have that in. And that looks cool. Just by that alone, that looks unmistakable. I don't know what this cutout is, but must be part of the car. Anyway, now the next section wants me to use the BP screws. We're going to put this off to the side, and by off to the side I mean straight back. And it wants me to pull out a single BP screw. And why? Because we are taking the upper grill section and attaching the logo on it. Now, as you can see in the middle here, it's got a design to where it's supposed to go, and on the back of the logo, let me get it right, we've got a post there and a screw hole there. So the post is going to go in that upper left hole, and the screw will be going in the bottom hole there. Let's get this lined up. Get it in the hole. Oh, it's going to be a pain. Do I need this or do I need my 000 or my 00? Oh, okay, that'll hold. Look really tiny. Let's see what I can do here. So it wants me to put that in. I've got the instructions off to the side so I can focus and not have too much clutter in my workspace. So now that I think I have it lined up, I'm gonna just start it is in the hole, it's just being a little weirdo right now. Come on, there we go, in the hole. Gonna be very tough to see. Again, ton of pressure. And there it is. Look at that. Now when I turn the page, and I bring back the front unit here, just like that. And what am I doing here? Okay. So this piece is metal. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be laying this in here. The top 4 holes are going to get BM screws, and the bottom 4 holes are going to have the BP screws. So I'm going to lay that in. I'm going to put out BP screws into one section of the container here, which is actually really nice. And I'm going to take the BM screws and I'm going to put them in a separate container so I don't get them confused. I only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Now, bring that back off to the side. Now that you can see it, this whole unit is curved. So I'm going to start by putting in the plastic screws first. Get it lined up. It's hard when you can't get the screw on. Anywho, there we go. Now the reason they have different screws is because they have the screws have different tolerances, and if a plastic screw bites metal, it'll break. As it is, I switched over to a BM screw to get this next piece in. Because this piece is now curving. going on here? Maybe I did it a little too tight right now, which is possibly the case. Yeah, made it a little too tight. Can't make it that tight to start it because it won't go in right. If it doesn't go in right, you're not having a great day. Take another BM screw, throw that in there. Do a BP. Throw it in this hole. Get another BM. I'm gonna now alternate. So everything comes out looking fine. In fact, I might just finish with the M's. Let's get that top section in flush. So once the top section's in, the bottom one will look just fine. And 8 screws, flip it around, there you go. You see, that's just some QC mishaps. See how angled that is, and the openings, and I'm not worried about it because once you get to the end of the build, you won't even notice. And the last thing I'm doing today is we're going to take the bottom grill. Obviously, it's going to go in the same space, just like that. And we're going to use 7 BM screws. I'll just pull them all out. And hopefully I don't mess up. Yeah, see, that's how good a magnet screwdriver is. There we go. First one, I'm going to put center top right there. Not going to super tie it down. And I'll put left center bottom. Yeah. It's held in with the first screw, so it's not going to go anywhere. Again, line it up. Left center bottom. Then I'm going to do bottom right, because by that point they're all in. And I can just keep going with the rest of them. So I'll do one there. I'll do this one here. And I'm already seeing a problem with one, so I will unscrew this a bit, change its location slightly. Is that going to be an issue? Let me see. Let me undo a bit to get some play in it. That's why they tell you don't tighten everything down until it's all in, because you never know if something's not gonna sit perfectly flush, like this bottom right one, I mean bottom left. As I was tightening them down just a few seconds ago, I noticed that this one was not lining up. The hole in the grill and the hole on the piece were not totally lined up with each other, so I wanted to make sure I did that. And the final one up here, the upper left corner. And once they're all in a relatively nice spot. Now the wire on these grill pieces is thin enough that they can bend. They're flexible, which is absolutely great because it's got to follow the contour of the whole part itself, which is awesome. I'll just give everything a final tightening. And lo and behold, there we go. That is all of part one completed. And that looks amazing. Now, as you can tell, we're missing pieces here, but that's covered with glass. That's covered with glass. So there'll be pieces on the back in these corners, and obviously these will have the headlights, and these pieces will connect to the rest of the vehicle as we go along. And just to bring up the magazine, in the next issue we'll be putting a tire on. So now that that's done, stay frosty. I'll see you later.